Greetings, everyone. We're back for another video. I'm just doing really basically a channel update and letting everyone know what I'm up to. You have been getting a little bit from my wife lately, and that's kind of cool. I like her videos, and I think that some of you people are also saying some of the same things. So she might be on here, but I am going to take a little bit of a sabbatical. I'm working on my second novel titled Ariadne, and it's about the rise of AI and the fall of man. I'm able to combine some of my intellectual interests and pursuits, like artificial intelligence, my background as a coder, my life in Silicon Valley, global heating, of course, being the focus of this channel, and a general concern I have about the ongoing poly crisis facing humanity, our inability to basically save ourselves, and hence the book. Um, well into it now. I'm very happy with how it's coming along. I'm really enjoying the writing process. I've got some great characters, and it's really hard, to be honest. It's really hard for me to peel away time to do this kind of thing. I enjoy the videos. As I said before, for me, some of this is uh, how I explore my own ideas. My wife and I talk a lot. We have great conversations, actually. Um, and I come up with new ideas and new directions just from those conversations, but also, uh, being requiring myself the discipline to require myself to come on here and do sense making. Okay, make sense out of things, straighten out my own thoughts, and present those here in a somewhat coherent fashion. Has been useful for me intellectually, and some of my writing has come out of these videos. So it's possible to some extent that maybe that process for me is now largely complete. Now I have other interests, and I'm very interested in my writing, and I hope to do quite a bit of it. Also, I just want to say something, and I want to be very frank and honest with you here. Um, Humanity is done. Civilization, as we have known it, is done. The Romans back, in the year 400, 450, could have told you how that felt. The Mesopotamians, when their civilization began to fail due to climate change, could tell you how that is. The Aztecs, when the Spanish came ashore in their sailing ships, could tell you how that feels. So we are there. It's our turn. The 2026, really 2023 was a year of consequence. And I even knew that at the time. I said things like, this is really strange, and I don't know what comes after this. Well, 3 years further on, we kind of do know. And 2026 is going to be a year of consequence. It's true. And I plan to just sit back and sort of watch this unfold. 2026, 2027 is kind of when the shit hits the fan. That's not to say that it's as bad as it's going to get, because it can only get worse from here. And I plan on watching that process too. And if when I feel compelled, like I have something to add, then I'll come back on here and I'll have something to say. But for now, and maybe on that occasion, that's really important that I come on here and I say something. But for now, the idea of growing the channel, trying to make videos once or twice a week, trying to keep myself intellectually honest, engaged, trying to get myself engaged with the topic, and all of you, and our shared dilemma, and our polycrisis, and our feckless governments, and you know, yeah, I could, but my heart just isn't in it right now. I'm doing something else. I'm writing my book, and I'm doing other chores around the house, and I'm getting older, so I have to be careful how I use my time as I do things. And I am really enjoying the writing process. I really am. And I would like to focus on that. And I intend to do that. I will continue to work on that. Maybe my wife will come on here. She'll talk about things. And if you enjoy that kind of train of consciousness, then you should definitely come back and listen to when she has to talk. Um, but as for me, I'm going to be busy. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. And the writing process for me is more interesting, more intellectually stimulating, and the end product, frankly, it just means more to me than doing these videos. Maybe if I had a bigger audience, maybe if this was income generating, maybe all that, maybe that would also be motivating. But since it's just kind of a hobby and, I don't really know that it moves the needle or makes any real difference, then, as soon as I have something more interesting to do, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I wanted to say today. That's a channel update basically. And, yeah, subscribe to the channel, and of course if I come back you'll get notifications, and maybe it'll be something interesting, and maybe it'll just be me checking in. Maybe I'll just check in once in a while. um, I'll probably come back here to announce when my book is finished. I might read some chapters out of it. You know I might even come on here once in a while and read the chapters, the work that I have, just for fun, just for giggles, just read part of what I have. So we'll see about that. But so that's the channel update. That's where I'm going to be going for now. And I hope all of you have gotten something out of what I have presented so far. It's it's not good, right? It's not good news. And can I say anything more than that? We're all going to find out, right? You're going to find out. You don't need me. You don't need me. I'm not on here as a counselor to help you navigate your broken marriage. Okay. You don't need me to tell you how to cow eat the cabbage. You don't need me to help you thread the needle, right? Because you're going to do that. That's you now. You're going to figure that out. And I have said as much as I can say to help people thread the needle. And now either you will or you won't, right? Either you will or you won't. And then we'll find out in a year or two or three. We're going to know. We're all going to know something. Well, we will all have had the chance to make that discovery. And you don't need me for that, because that's physics and that's coming. And yeah, good luck, right? I'm going to be busy. And so we'll see. We'll see. So I guess that's what I have to say. I probably should stop now. And yeah, and get back to work, which is what I'm supposed to be doing. Um, and so until next time, don't die.